But yeah, like if they had just given you a different reason to come up here and meet Nines, I probably wouldn't complain about the section of the game. Like aside from working for LaCroix, even though you know he's a backstabbing son of a bitch.
Like maybe they could have given you a choice of who to talk to before now, and if you sided with LaCroix, then he sends you to go do the Alliance. But like if you side with the Anarchs, then you go to the last round, and Damsel says, "Oh yeah, you need to go talk to Nines. He's up here." And if you
And
side
maybe
with...
maybe
Yeah,
Strauss
or even
considers an alliance
could've-
too, I would suppose.
Or even this could have been a return trip to Griffith Park, actually. That would have been neat. If this were introduced elsewhere.
Come on, kid, get in the car. The sun will be up. We gotta get the hell out of here.
The thing about Griffith Park and other wild natural places is vampires don't go there for...
Because of werewolf territory.
Yes, because of exactly what we just saw. The wilds in the world of darkness are wilder than... Like, the cities are more city-ish in the world of darkness than in our world, and the wilds are more wild than the wilds are in our world.
It's a city park. It's not really all that wild.
The Griffith
But it's werewolf
Park in the
country.
Griffith Park in the world of darkness is in fact quite wild because it is werewolf territory. Central Park is also a lot wilder than it is in the real world because it is also werewolf territory.
All right, now let's see. I don't think I'm going to have the chance to do this anymore. So let me see if I can nail Jack.
Are you gonna try to gooba stomp? Oh, for
Got
fuck's
him.
sake. I guess we all need our little habits, I suppose.
You know, if I was a game designer, I'd let you do this to every other character in the game. But if you did it to Jack, he'd go hostile. And, obviously you have the stats where he
What I would
murder
do
your
is
ass.
I would let you do it, but at the very end, if you goom stomped enough people, the ending, whatever one you were going to have, would be everyone coming out of the sarcophagus to stab you in the face.
How much ass could Jack reasonably kick? I mean, isn't he like 12th or 13th generation?
He is 10th generation, but he is also 400 years old.
Wake up. Look alive, kid. You better
He has a lot of experience points and etc. He's completed a lot more quests than you have.
Run. Take everything you need.
Yeah,
Never
sure.
come back here.
I assume, anyway.
I would hope that I'd never be coming back here. This apartment's a shithole. I mean, seriously, Jack.
LaCroix, put
It also kind of sucks that if you brought everything from your disappointment to the one in Strauss's chantry, then you're cut off from your supplies. Unless
can
you
visit
side with
Strauss.
Strauss. Unless you choose Strauss's side, you were cut off from on your supplies you might have had.
If you are a Tremere and you get the Tremere Haven and you do not side with Strauss, you are playing your character incorrectly.
That thing about role-playing, you can't play a character incorrectly.
They're saying Nines is dead and you killed him. Look, I'm here to help.
Again, you had to be a Tremere to get that chantry, don't you?
It's time.
Yes, you do.
It's time for tea.
Time to make a choice.
So we're going to actually
Oh.
fight all the people here, we're just going to straight up book
I
it.
hope you live to find out. You're gonna have to stay off the
I'm not
street,
sure.
stay on the move.
I might try with the
There's
self
open season on
again,
your ass.
or I might just try
Vampires
running,
ain't busting in
which
for
would be much more funny.
Sacramento to join in
So
on
the
this.
concept so far is that
You need backing. You need the protection.
Croy has backstabbed you because that's what he does, and you should expect that by now. And now he has a blood hunt out on your ass.
And people are signing up for this blood hunt because
Diablerie. Legalized Diablerie.
Interesting guy. You like him. But this
You don't need to
is-
explain why people would go on a blood
Cross
hunt.
Santa Monica
They
blood
would no
junkie.
matter what.
Get there and he'll get you out of town.
Well, it's actually pretty hard to get people to blood hunt a 13th generation
I'd
vampire.
like to see how this turns out.
I can imagine.
However, you don't usually need a blood hunt for a 13th generation vampire because
They usually kill themselves.
No,
the dude with a pointy stick.
The sheriff is usually powerful enough to take on any 13th generation vampire. And that's kind of the sheriff's job. The sheriff is the prince's enforcer.
Would you be able to get
Does every prince have a sheriff?
Yes, it is one of the positions in the Camarilla. They have the primogens, they have the sheriff, they have the prince. There's some other position, but I don't remember what it is.
I was always under the impression that the sheriff was just like his nickname and not his actual title.
How well would a blood hunt work on, say, Jack, who is relatively low generation?
It would. I mean, probably most of the people that might be interested in his blood would probably be the people who are like, but he's Jack and he's cool.
Oh boy, you used trance, which means I get to talk about my patch again.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yes.
Oh well, not stealthy enough. Time to run.
Because in Exetera's version of the patch, Dominate level 1 is trance, which is an extremely useful skill that causes people to stand still for a few seconds and not detect you. In my version of the patch, level 1 is Command, which gives you one of 4 random effects on a person.
Look at this parade. I love this parade.
They could be tranced, or they could also dance wildly, which has the exact same effect for whatever reason, or they could walk away. And if they walk away, there's a chance they'll walk towards you and detect you.
This is hilarious. Alright, cat time.
In exchange, level 3 Dominate in my patch is Dominate Sleep, which basically does trance
combat
at 3 times the cost.
Fuck you guys.
Don't you have any weapons?
Yes, but Blood Boil is much more fun.
There too. Very well.
So
We need an outtakes episode.
that conversation didn't happen. Just FYI.
I'm having a hell of a night, let me tell you.
The night has not been kind to you. In your voice there is desperation. Certainly, there is an exit out of your predicament.
Surprisingly enough, it is this freeway.
So this guy basically just sit here and listen to you bitch about your life until you figure
Also,
out...
we could do the Quajin one! We should do it! Do it! Do it!
No.
You know
Do it!
But do you really think you could escape your reputation? I know little about you, except the rumor.
Now remember, you have to express hatred of the Croy, but not the Camarilla.
That's all bullshit.
If you were to run, this reputation would travel with you until your final night. Your only recourse is to clear this charge, or to smite the conspirators working against you.
Did you remember to save before getting in the cab?
You can't save while you're dying.
Dude, don't make me cut something else out of the conversation. Yeah, it really doesn't seem to want to let me go for the Strauss ending. Maybe I will have to take wildcard. I don't know why it's been doing this. I always seem to manage it the second time.
Talk about the prince,
Maybe-
then see if you can...
And pariahs,
Fine, don't listen to me.
with those who
Well, I'd already pushed the button before you said that.
Well, you
Still have
haven't
a little
chosen
bit
an
of
ending
delay.
yet. You haven't chosen an ending yet. Wait for a second.
emptiness.
I think this is the part where you can choose between you liking the Camarilla.
I'm just a driver.
Ask it.
I
Yeah.
can't take you anywhere unless you tell me where to go. It sounds as though you've already made a decision to me. I've met others like you.
Yeah, it's
and
looking
they
like
have
I'm probably
always
gonna have to
ultimately
redo
come to the
this
same
again.
conclusion. And
No,
that
no, we
is,
can do
there is
wild
no
card.
person or group on this planet they can pledge
Krellen?
loyalty to.
Look, if we
this is
can't
the
do
path
Strauss,
you
we're
must
doing
take.
Ming Zhao.
I can take you to where the trail begins.
Yeah, I think it's too late for Ming Zhao at this point. Well, I guess I can try going for a LaCroix one, but I'm gonna need a vomit bag. Hang on, let me go find one.
Yes, I'll come on me.
Actually, that might be the way to go. Because you say someday I'll overthrow him, and then maybe he'll give you a choice
I will
to.
drop you off downtown if you've made your decision to pledge allegiance to
Oh
LaCroix.
no! Looks like
Did you you chose?
The Anarch experiment
it looks
must
like this
come
is
to
just
an
straight
end.
LaCroix, which
I
isn't what I
suppose
want.
Anarch also did not last forever.
You're not supposed to say you like LaCroix.
Well, I need to find some way to get to.
You're supposed to
Strauss
say
ending here.
I hate LaCroix, but I like the Camarilla.
I didn't have a good option for that. It looks like I got an autosave when I left my house in Santa Monica, so
So no clip through this bullshit, and let's get to the trap again.
alright, no clip is fun, and it's not going to be any less goofy than my Conga March of Death.
What you can do is you just cut out this part, and we'll splice, cut out, get to the cab, cut. Then
We could show the floating city, or we could show Columbia in the sky.
I don't think we had any actual conversations about anything other
The
than
Santa
endings.
Monica Pier with I don't know what this thing is at the end of it.
We could show Columbia.
And there's two cars down there. I don't know why there are two cars down there. Maybe they're part of the skybox or something? They keep popping in and out. They're just two cop cars sitting down in the void. I saw these through a manhole cover at some point.
No,
Let's see
so
if I can find that.
what those are is when you first come to Santa Monica and you come up to the pier, when you're in the parking garage, you look out through the fence. There's two cop cars there with cops talking about the murder.
And they just teleported into the earth?
They had to move them because the cop cars weren't there anymore, so they just, put them down.
Aww.
Gary. Okay, now you want to go on the other side and talk to him. Oh wow. You're gonna fall through the geometry.
Huh, no, it actually spit me out of the geometry.
Where to? Are you certain? The fee will be steep. Very well.
How would Kane have learned to drive?
He's not actually Kane. And
if he was, he has a long
you,
time to learn how to drive.
Yeah, if you were 50,000 years old, you'd probably know how to drive too.
You'd probably learn to adjust to the times. If you were that old.
I only recently made the acquaintance of Mr. Jack. He intrigues me very much. There are so few like him these nights, I think. But
I wonder if asking about Jack is a prerequisite to making this work.
I do like how he says these nights instead of these days. I know why, I just like it's a nice thing, it's a nice touch.
Many who believe they shape the destiny of the blood. You work for Prince LaCroix.
What kind of accent is this, anyways?
Transylvanian.
Go with one and see where it goes.
It didn't work the last time I tried that. I was gonna.
That's praising LaCroix. You can't praise LaCroix to get that ending.
The Anarchs. Curious experiment.
Yeah, I think that 2 is the right one.
Yeah, this is the right one.
Leaders. Their rebellion has already failed in the eyes of many. Do you feel their notions of freedom have any real possibility?
Yeah, I remember how this works now.
To recapture this city, it would not be
I think. Maybe not.
I actually think you just needed to pick number 2 and not 3.
Well, I'm not.
I think he's doing it right.
Oh no, this is definitely the right way. 3 is
3.
option.
I once thought they could provide stability for our kind, but the LaCroix of the world have fought such hoops. Perhaps, if he could be deposed, I would regain my faith.
One or two would work, I think.
Is unpopular with others in the Camarilla. Did you know a prince cannot be put in power without the city's primogen? If there was one that wanted him removed, perhaps it could be made so.
I have no clue what option to pick here. I am totally
Take
stumped.
me to the Premier Chantry immediately.
I don't know.
Choose 2.
I'm thinking that number 4 definitely won't put me back on the wild card ending. There's no way that would happen.
I can drop you off downtown if you wish. But if the primogen is not a man of action, insurrection is not looked upon lightly. I will take you to this representative of the Camarilla if you have made up your mind to secure a future with them.
Yes, this is the part where you actually choose your ending. And you know what? I have seen Strauss's ending, and it is probably the best one in the game, in my opinion. Even though wild card's more fun.
You don't get to blow up LaCroix, though.
I like Ming Zhao's.
Of course you like Ming Zhao's.